Hey guys, I'm just making a quick video to show you how to take your test, your assessment online on Kami. You should know how to use Kami because we've used it a bunch, but when you go to do your assessment, there's some things you can look at to help you. So you're going to be writing an opinion paragraph. Remember the important parts of a paragraph. You're going to have an introduction, an opinion statement and reason, and a conclusion. Now, you are writing about take that nest down. So, no matter what your true opinion is, that's the opinion you're going to write about. In your workbook, you wrote leave that nest up on page 68. And I wrote take that nest down. So if you go to your workbook page on page 68, it looks like on the test I put page 67, but it actually should be page 68. Oh no, page 67 gives your reason. So on page 67, you did this, take that nest down. Let me focus this. Okay, so on page 67, you wrote a reason to take that nest down. You wrote the most compelling reason here. So that can be the reason that you use in your writing. And then you'll look at page 68 at how you did take that nest, leave that nest up. And looking at this can help you as well, because on this page, the introduction was done for you already, and the conclusion was already done for you. So if you look at the introduction and the conclusion in here, it will help you write your introduction and conclusion in your opinion paragraph. So the only part you're really going to have to do different than that is your opinion statement and reason. But if you look at the way you wrote your opinion statement and reason, I think blank because blank, then it's pretty easy. And your reason is already done for you on page 67 if you've been keeping up with your workbook pages. So to the assessment, each part of the assessment has, each part of an opinion paragraph has a section: the introduction, the opinion statement and reason, and the conclusion. Underneath it, there's a rubric that will tell you how to grade that, how we're grading it. It's only a total of 6 points. We will be averaging this with this is Unit 2 assessment, so we're going to be putting together Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3 for one grade. Now, the directions say complete the paragraph stating the opinion and reasons for taking the nest down. Look at workbook page 67 that you completed in a previous lesson to help you with your reason. Look at workbook page 68 that you completed in a previous lesson to help you with your introduction and also your conclusion. Parents, this is for you. If your parent's not watching, go get your parent and tell them to listen to this. If your child is slow at typing and you would rather them write it instead of typing it, you can have them write it and either attach a picture of their writing or type it for them exactly the way they wrote it. So if they forgot a capital letter, you're going to not put the capital letter. If they spelled something not correctly, you will spell it the way they spelled it. It's okay if every word is not spelled correctly. This is first grade and we don't expect perfect spelling, but we do expect phonetic spelling. That's first grade level, where they make the sounds and they write the sounds they hear. The rubric will be used to grade it. It says look at the rubric before you start writing so you can know how you will be graded. So down here, each thing is worth 1 point. Capitalization: student began most sentences with a capital letter. Student capitalized the name pale male. So that means if they made 1 or 2 mistakes, then they'll still get the point for that. Punctuation: so student used correct punctuation for most sentences. So if they have the wrong punctuation or no punctuation once or twice, they'll still get the point for that. And then spelling, students spelled on a first grade level. That means most words are spelled correctly or with known spelling patterns used correctly. So we've learned about how to make a long vowel sound. So for example, if you're trying to spell the word beak and you write B-E-K-E, that's a first grade level spelling, even though it's not correct. But if you just put B-E-K, that's not correct, and it will be marked as a spelling error because we have learned long vowel sounds already. Same thing with the sound. So we've learned that ER, IR, and UR say So if they use any of those when they hear an like in bird, if they wrote BURD, that would be marked correct because they used a known spelling pattern. But if they just put BRD, that would be incorrect because that they know the sound and they know that an R doesn't make the sound And then their sentences make sense. That just means like a subject verb agreement, and it makes sense. So sometimes they write sentences that don't make sense, and they would miss a point for that. Important parts of a paragraph are included: topic, sentence, opinion, reason, and conclusion. So they have to correctly do that. They don't get the point if they just did it. They have to use the topic sentence correctly, the opinion correctly, the reason correctly, and the conclusion correctly. And the content, they get a point if their reason for their opinion comes from their research. So they can't just say, I think the nest should come down because I don't like nests. That's not a reason from their research. So that is the rubric. And like I said, if your child is slow at typing, they can write it, and you can either send a picture of it. You can attach a picture of anything to the assignment in Google Classroom. And you can also upload a picture in here as well. But I'm not going to get into how to do that right now. You can look on YouTube for videos on how to do that. You see where it says add media? That's where you would go. So comment, text comment, or you can click text box, either one. I would click text box and then click where you want to write, and then you just start typing your answer. All right, that's it. And don't forget to click turn in when you're done. All right, bye. Good luck.